I've noticed a trend in the Leprechaun movies. The odd-numbered Leprechaun movies are good and the even-numbered movies are terrible, kind of like the opposite of the Star Trek movies. Leprechaun in the Hood surprisingly carries on this trend. It returns the series back to its comical style, something that was completely absent in Leprechaun 4. The film starts with two people who find a map that will lead them to the Leprechaun's gold. One of these people is Mac Daddy Onassis, who is played by Ice-T. They find the Leprechaun, accidentally bring him back to life, and then trap him once again. Onassis gets away with all of the Leprechaun's gold, including a weird golden flute. 20 years later, and Onassis is the head of a large gangster rap label. In come Postmaster P, Stray Bullet, and Butch, three budding rappers who are desperately trying to get their big break. They meet Onassis and are taken into a meeting with him. However, since the rappers want to rap about positive messages, Onassis throws them out of his office. Then that same night, the three of them decide to break into Onassis' office and steal all of his gold, including the gold flute. They also steal the medallion that the Leprechaun is wearing, awaking him. Onassis comes into his office and the three of them shoot him, but he does manage to survive. The three of them then shoot the Leprechaun and run away. The Leprechaun, of course, goes to try and get his gold back, Onassis tries to get the flute back, and the three rappers are trying to hide away as well as trying to become big rap star. Postmaster P discovers that the golden flute has magical powers, and when he plays it, he gets everybody's attention. He uses his flute to make everyone think that they're better rappers than they actually are. They hide in different places and meet a variety of weird and interesting characters. There are a couple of things I really liked about the movie. Probably the main thing I liked was all the characters actually having personalities. I complained in the second movie about how all the characters were cliched and had no personality, but in this film they have loads of personality, which made me like it, I guess. You actually do grow to like the characters quite a lot. I wanted them to have a happy ending, and I really did enjoy the scenes where they were all together and they weren't worrying about the Leprechaun or anything. Of course, there are a lot of jokes that don't work. In fact, the comedy is one of the worst things about the movie. I'd even go as far to say that if you took the Leprechaun out of the movie and made it about the three rappers trying to escape Ice-T, it would be a much better movie, and I almost guarantee that the reviews would have been better. A lot of the dialogue is not as bad as some of the previous movies, and writing-wise, it's not a badly written movie. The effects are much better than the previous movie as well. There isn't much usage of CGI in the movie at all, which is good because the previous movie used it way too much and it was awful. The kills are almost the exact same all throughout the movie. The Leprechaun blasts a huge hole in his victims. That's really it. It still looked pretty cool and was well done. As a whole, I'm not really sure whether I'd recommend the film or not. I personally enjoyed it, but it was far from perfect. A lot of horror fans will probably dislike the tone of the film, and fans of the Leprechaun franchise will most likely feel unsatisfied with the lack of the Leprechaun in the movie. The film isn't really a horror movie either. The IMDb page describes it as an action movie, and I would probably agree. But whatever, that doesn't affect my feeling on the film. One thing I would recommend though is the Leprechaun rap at the end of the movie. It's worth the price of admission alone. I enjoyed Leprechaun in the Hood. It's very flawed, but it's dumb fun just like the first and third movies. Also, the characters are actually really likeable. I give it a 7 out of 10.